Hey guys, welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button, and if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this royal drama. No matter what happens, I don't think that Meghan Markle is going to be able to escape the Diva Duchess title that some feel she has earned, because they have had a number of staff members that have quit and only after being there for a short period of time. So she's being branded the boss from hell after the latest defection by a growing number of high-level employees, and it's putting her newest venture, the Americanrivieraorchard, in danger, is what is being reported. So In Touch is reporting that an insider exclusively has told them that Meghan and Prince Harry are spoiled and demanding, making for a tough working environment. The brutal truth is Meghan and Harry are the toughest of taskmasters, reveals the snitch. They labeled this person. They're incredibly difficult to work for. The numbers don't lie. To have almost 20 staffers quitting tells its own story. It's unprecedented, even for a startup. Americanrivieraorchard's chief of staff, Josh Kettler, is the latest executive out the door. He abruptly left days before he was slated to join them on their royal tour that they went on in Colombia in August. Kettler was on the payroll for only 3 months. It's been about 6 months since Meghan revealed the lifestyle brand, yet she's still said to be struggling to get the enterprise off the ground because she can't find and keep a CEO. Meghan's history of losing staff is no surprise to the royal family, a high-level palace source tells In Touch. Meghan was accused of bullying during her brief time in the palace, explains a courtier. She denied the allegations and called them a calculated smear campaign. Queen Elizabeth ordered a formal investigation, but Meghan was never officially cleared, and Her Majesty decreed that the results of the probe would be kept secret. And I feel like that was done to try to protect her. So honestly, when I hear the things that Harry says about it not being safe for her in the UK, I don't know. I mean, I get where he's coming from in terms of what his mom went through, but that was on another level. That was absolutely insane. And those people that chased them down, the paparazzi, yeah, they were crazy. But unfortunately, if we're honest about it, the driver of the limo that his mom and her boyfriend at the time, Dodi Al-Fayed, I believe his name was, he was at fault because he was driving recklessly and he crashed. You know, it wasn't like the paparazzi was chasing him down and using a weapon, shooting out their tires or something like that. It was just, it was crazy what they did. But he was a child when that all happened, so I'm quite sure he suffers from the memories of that situation. And then I feel like, in a way, he tries to put Meghan in that same space. But the truth of the matter is, she is no Princess Diana. That's just the truth. It's no hate and no shade. That's just the truth. So she spent less than 2 years as a working royal after marrying Harry in 2018, yet in that brief time she developed a reputation for having a high and mighty attitude and refusing to take advice from anyone, which alienated people on all levels. And it seems nothing has changed, so the courtier is saying. Meghan has a long history of conflict with friends and family. She abandoned her father, Thomas Markle, after he had a heart attack, infamously accused the royals of racism and cruelty, and is said to ghost friends when they're no longer any use in helping her achieve her ambitions. Not being able to keep staffers raises a worrying question. Are Meghan and Harry terrible at choosing employees, or is it a terrible work environment? Meanwhile, palace staffers who quit or were fired proudly called themselves the Sussex Survivors Club. Senior royal courtier Samantha Cohen, a 20-year favorite of Queen Elizabeth, says she couldn't wait to get away from Meghan, but stayed more than a year longer than she intended because they couldn't find a replacement for her. Another former Sussex staffer says, "What may be most telling is the entire time I worked there, I don't think I heard a single current or former employee say they would take the job again if given the chance." Now, lacking a CEO, Meghan is facing an apparent crisis with her lifestyle brand. She launched the project in March by sending jars of homemade strawberry jam and dog biscuits to special friends and teasing a rosé wine, but since then, nothing. And I'm sorry, I try not to laugh at that, but did she really make those jars of jam herself? Because when it says homemade indicates you actually made it at home. And I don't believe she did. I'm sorry. And did she make the dog biscuits too? But everything has apparently come to a grinding halt, says the courtier. She's already filmed a cooking and gardening show for Netflix, but there's still no air date. Meanwhile, the Sussexes keep hiring top-of-the-line PR pros and senior staff. My guess is that Meghan doesn't listen to anybody because she thinks she knows best, says the courtier. It's a recipe for business disaster. Meghan and Harry need loyal aides to guide them, but the people they hire will only stay if the Sussexes are willing to listen. And listening to others doesn't appear to be Meghan's strong point. Now, that's the story from In Touch. And listen, the numbers definitely don't lie. I don't know what's going to happen next, guys, but I just wanted to talk about this because the plans that they have laid out since they have been here in the US, it just doesn't seem like things are panning out the way that they have planned. I don't wish any harm on them, but I said this in another commentary. Maybe if Meghan had launched this brand incognito and listened and was more friendly to her staff, maybe the brand would be successful already and it would be something that she could have already launched by now. Just a thought. I don't know. You can let me know yours in the comments. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.